There she is. The red-headed Krait. The most beautiful snake of all. This is the story of how I got and kept alive the only red-headed Krait in the entire country. It was a rather normal day, and I was just browsing the web, doing normal things, nothing strange, nothing to bat an eye over, when all of a sudden I made a realization. There was a red-headed Krait for sale, something I had never seen before, so I knew I had to make a call. Hey man, I saw you got that red-headed Krait for sale. Is she still available? Okay, you know I'm like 9 hours away now, so I can't come pick her up till next month, but if you can hold her, I know it's a big ask, if you can hold her, I can pay you up front. Okay, thank you so much. I will text you later when I know more. Let's go! Oh my god! And thus started a chain of events that I previously thought impossible. But step one, we have to set up an enclosure. So we're gonna go ahead and start with a nice soil substrate here. We want something that the Krait can comfortably dig around in. We're gonna add some more on top, throw some hiding spots and enrichment in as well. We wanna make sure there's plenty of space for this animal to hide. Maybe a stick or two, you know, add some more to it, add a little bit of flair. Some more hides, and this is where we're at. We've got a nice little setup with soil, multiple pieces of wood, hides, and some fresh water, of course. And now we have a little bit left to do, but it's looking good so far. Here we're going to go ahead and throw some moss in, add a nice whole moss layer so that the Krait can keep her humidity, her moisture up, and go ahead and bury herself wherever she pleases. Alright, we went ahead and filled the entire enclosure with moss and gave it a nice little leaf sprinkle on top. We've got a small basking light in the back, which we may or may not keep. We'll see how she does with it. I don't think she needs it, so I might get rid of it. But the enclosure is looking mighty fine, so now we just need to go get our new snake. And so we hit the road, a nice 9-hour journey from the south of Virginia all the way back up north to my home state of Ohio. It's such a wonderful place. I love when my windows freeze over. We headed down the road to the old reptile shop I used to go to as a kid, Satu Reptiles and Aquatics, to pick up this absolute gem of an animal, the one and only red-headed Krait. Once again, we hit the road heading back down south so we can get this baby home, and 9 hours later, we finally arrived. Alright guys, so we finally just got home with our beautiful new red-headed Krait. She is of course inside this container, so let's get her unboxed here. There she is. Oh my god, she is beautiful. I'm just kidding, she looks absolutely disgusting. As you can probably tell, she is deep in shed, so hopefully she'll shed out for us here soon and get her nice new beautiful brightly colored skin underneath. There we go guys, you can see a little clump of skin there. She finally shed out for us just a few days later. You can see her old skin there, so hopefully she'll come out soon and we can see those beautiful bright orange colors on her head and tail. Oh, and there she is, guys. Look at that beautiful orange tail, freshly shed, those absolutely bright and beautiful colors. She is looking super, super healthy. Ooh, and there's her face too. Oh my god, she is absolutely gorgeous. The question is, will she survive for us in captivity? The main thing being, will she eat? And it does seem that she will. But what is it that makes these so difficult to feed? And the answer to that question is simple. These are very strict snake and amphibian eaters in the wild, and most people, I believe, have killed them in captivity because they don't do this here. They don't feed them snakes. And while I love snakes as much as the next person, if you want to keep a snake like this alive in captivity, you need to give it something that it wants. And that right there shows that this snake wants to eat another snake, and it wants to survive for us in captivity. This snake A snake notoriously difficult to keep alive in captivity. A snake that I was told would be dead within a month of getting is now eating. It now has the will to survive. It's eating a snake in front of our very eyes. A snake so shy and secretive that there are so few videos of them eating on the internet that I could only find a single-digit number, is now eating an entire snake on 4K camera in front of everyone. A snake that I was told I would never see, a snake that I was told would never eat, is now finishing a python like it was a spaghetti noodle right in front of my very eyes. I truly thought that there was no chance of me keeping her alive in captivity, but she has proven otherwise. She has the will to live, she has the will to survive. Kraity Perry has now been surviving with me for 5 months straight, and she is still crushing it. I still can't believe that not only did I catch that once-in-a-lifetime opportunity on camera, but I also caught it on live stream. Kraity Perry has easily become my favorite snake that I own, and she's relatively chill as well. In fact, she has never once tried to kill me, which is certainly a dub. So it's been about 5 months since we got Kraity Perry here, so we're pulling her out for her health checkup. She seems to be fine, she's moving around a lot, which is always a good sign. When it comes to snakes, generally a more active and curious snake means that they're fairly healthy. She's flicking her tongue, she's looking beautiful, and she is just generally being an awesome snake. So let's take a closer look at her here. Obviously, this is very, very new for you as keepers, so I'm trying to be as transparent as possible with this beautiful snake. If we take a look at her beautiful tail here, you can see she has that curl going and that beautiful triangular body shape. So that triangular body shape is very indicative of kraits, okay? It means they're healthy, that is a normal body shape. That tail is also something that kraits and coral snakes do all the time. Now, looking at her underside here, we can actually see she does have the beginning of a little bit of scale rot under there, so we will have to address that and treat her accordingly. All right, so we're gonna take this opportunity while we have her out here to take a measurement of her, and we'll see about how long she is, if we can get a somewhat rough estimate here. And there we go. That's gonna keep going about 6 more inches. It looks like she is about, as a rough estimate, she is maybe just under 5.5 feet, around the 5.5 foot mark. Definitely over 5 feet long.
Krait on the phone. Krait on the phone.
So she is absolutely gorgeous and very large. I've seen them get a little bit bigger than this, but this is definitely a very, very large example of the red-headed krait here, and she is doing absolutely fantastic. You'll love to see it. So off she goes back into her enclosure. Hopefully we can keep her alive. Hopefully she doesn't leave me hanging empty-handed.